Hello, this is Nick995. For this video here, I'm gonna be this is the part 2. So it's gonna be part 2 to the list of ranking perfect games. So the games with the least amount of faults, those games are gonna be closer to rank 1. You know, least amount of faults are gonna be so. Here on out, we're in. I believe we're in the top 7 right now. Yeah, we're in the top. Yeah, 7 right now. So we're gonna be going from 7 down to 1. If you're watching this, you guys know, like, subscribe, share the video, press on that subscribe button down there, please. If you're new and if you like the content, please. I like the video. So yeah, number 7 now is gonna be Star Wars Fallen Order. I always say Force Unleashed. I always mix them up. No, Fallen Order didn't have much wrong. There's not really much wrong with it, other than you have annoying puzzle sections that, you know, like there's that one where there's the huge spheres or whatever, those massive spheres, and you gotta use your Jedi telekinetic push ability to push the spheres, but they have to roll like in a certain path, and then eventually they go into this node which will make you progress. And there's the combat feels smooth, the parrying, blocking, the movement feels smooth. Like you're running a lot. Like you're gonna be. The running actually feels. It actually feels like you're actually running. You know. It feels smooth, but again, with this game as well too. Great story, the character. Even though there's, it'll feel like there's a certain parts of the story missing or whatever. So sometimes like it'll feel like that where, or like you'll go while. Without seeing the story or whatever. So yeah, and then there's not really much to say bad about it too. And again too, also too, like with the level design could be a little better, the mission variety, because you're mainly going from level to level, area to area, to, you know. And the boss fights though, the boss fights are really well done. They're really well done, and it's kind of like Uncharted meets I don't know, Devil May Cry or meets Tomb Raider. Like it's very similar to that, but like the cinematics are so well done, you know. So yeah, next one is gonna be Devil May Cry 5. Yeah, not much to say that's bad about this, other than everything is good about it. Really, progression, character design, a mission, a variety. Now, I will say that this one doesn't have the older, like if you play the older DMC games, Devil May Cry games, you know, those games had more puzzles. This one doesn't really have any puzzles, but the boss fights too. The boss fights are still there. Yeah, you have the boss fights. Like almost every mission has a boss fight. Some boss fights are gonna be faulty. Some are going to be very tedious and annoying to get past. It's like, oh my god, it's this or whatever. But yeah. Now, playing as V can be annoying because you're not really... again, I look at my previous video where I was talking about V. The most unique character with V is you're not really controlling him. He summons demons that fights for him or whatever. So, yeah, so puzzles, and then everything, the story, the progression, the level design, the upgrade, tons of upgrades, the character, dynamics, character, times and all that, and everything with graphics is beautiful. It's a beautiful game. Now number 3 is gonna be, where am I? Crash Bandicoot. Oh no, not 3. What am I doing? 5. Number 5 is gonna be Crash Bandicoot. I'm skipping ahead here. Crash Bandicoot again. There's almost nothing. I can't really think of anything wrong to say aside from the fact that the jump, there's a bigger delay in the jump in this one compared to the PS1 version. So this is a remake of the PS1 version. So it's a lot harder to time the jump. In that as soon as you get to that high point, you just drop down. Where in the older games you could kind of get away with. There wasn't as much of a jump. There was more of a jump fall delay or whatever, so like it was easier to jump from platform to platform. Other than that, Crash 1 is probably the hardest. Obviously, as the hardest of the the first 3 Crash Bandicoot games. It comes with the first 3, and it gets easier. So Crash 2 gets easier than 1, and then 3 is easier than 2. So they get easier as time goes on. But 1 is a challenge, it's a real challenge. But everything there is, that's addicting. Like, it's really, really, really addicting. Like, if you die in something, like, you can't wait to redo it again and beat that challenge. But I can't think of really anything else bad to say about it, or flaws or whatever. And there's almost like no glitches. There's almost no glitches. There's no microtransactions. There's no, again, like, this game itself has like endless content, in that you can replay missions. Replayability is there. You can replay missions, and then where there's the time trial, so you can see how quickly you can do that mission, and then there's bonus missions. Yeah, but all that, a great game. Next one is gonna be God of War. You guys know God of War. God of War 4. This game, no, again, it's my second favorite game of all time. Now, God of War has everything. Progression, upgrade, the upgrade system is... Wait, oh, no, let's start. Mission variety, exploration, it has exploration. So it's like an action-adventure, open-world game, where Midgard, like, you're in this huge part of the Scandinavian territory, where Norway, Sweden, so, like, this kind of... Nordic areas, and then you can explore, go around. There's collectibles and enemies to fight, and lore. Like, there's different lores based on Norse mythology. Like, lore is Lore. So yeah, backstory on the world and all that mythology. But man, and again, like, a great story as well. Now the only thing I would say about this is that it starts off slow. Well, most action adventure games start off slow. And near the with the upgrade system, like, every time that you get a new armor set, no, I'm not the biggest fan of the upgrade system. In that, when you upgrade, I'm not talking about skills, but when you upgrade your armor, whenever you get a new armor set, this armor set or whatever would the armor set is gonna be let's say, like, if you get a better armor set, it will take away stats, like there's cooldown, health, defense, strength or whatever. So, like, it'll take away strength but give you cooldown or whatever. And or like there'll be like this top level, like, I don't know why they do it. They give you a top level armor where it'll give you health but it'll take away cooldown. Or runic. Runic is magic. It's a certain capacity for magic in the world. So yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of that. And they could have added more realms. No, they could have did more with the other realms. But it's not. Aside from that, there's not really much to say. But again, the experience of it is fun. Like, the game almost never gets boring. It almost never gets boring. But yeah, that's number 4. No, the top 3 is hard to do. These are all interchangeable. There's almost nothing wrong to really to say about these games. But really, number 3 is Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet and Clank, I would say. Now again, let me clarify. It's a third game with the. It's the third most game with the least amount of flaws, based on my collection. Based on the collection I have. So with Ratchet and Clank now, everything is there. Like, it's really the perfect type of game. Everything is there. You got the enemy variety, mission variety. You got hacking, shooting, and again, like, you get there's tons of weapon variety that you kind of select from. Like, that's the main thing. Like, while over Ratchet and Clank, you get tons of weapons. It may make the game a bit easy. The game is relatively easy. Even if you play on hard, it's easy. But you can die a lot in certain areas if you're not careful. But you can die, and you can go back and see how different weapons work in certain scenarios against. And again, like, with the enemy variety too, it adds so much enemy variety, where you can really experiment and say, oh, how would this weapon do against this enemy, or is this weapon effective in this scenario? So you can go back and really see. I would say that another thing too is why I didn't rank this as number 1. But certain levels and missions could be longer. Like go to different planets, you explore different areas, right? Kind of like Star Wars or Mass Effect. Then every planet, again, like, there's different enemies, but every level, I would say, every level or every mission you could really explore on or spend more time on, I would say, where you could really, but yeah, 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 and then again, like the story itself could have been longer. Like once you finish the story, there's not really much else to do. But like, man, the experience of the story really makes up for it because it's really fun. It's really it's a very fun and all that. The amount of weapons you get in it and the dynamic between Ratchet and Clank and the corruption, galactic corruption and all that. Now, these last two, they're very interchangeable. They're very interchangeable in that. Wait, let me make sure I set them back as so they don't fall. But I would say, it's really hard to say. But number 2 is gonna be Uncharted 4. Uncharted 4. Aside from it, okay, it starts very slow. Like the prologue is like basically 2 hours basically. It's like a Red Dead 2 prologue where it's very long. The prologue is long. But aside from that though, but even the prologue though offers a lot of context to the character. It offers more than Nathan Drake's backstory. It's spoilers alert, so skip ahead. But in this one, Nathan Drake, you get to see his brother. You meet his brother and his brother, get to see the brother's influence on him and all that. And yeah, but the prologue is, like it takes a while for the main start, you see the start credit scene to come up. But yeah, aside from that, it's the game almost never gets boring. I was thinking that there's certain areas where some of it kind of drags on, like you stay in one area too long, but the game almost never gets boring. Every puzzle keeps you engaged. Every area I go into is beautiful. There's scenery, there's almost every area you go to is so wallpaper worthy, because the graphics, it's amazing. It's one of the best graphical games. This was in the middle of the PS4 generation, like right in the middle, around 2016 it came out. This one, yeah, it's 16. So yeah, it has everything going for it. There's not really much else really bad to say. I can't think of anything else to say other than maybe a few weak story moments and drag, some of the areas you stay on too long. But the cinematics the great cinematics, again, like it's like watching a great Hollywood movie. The cinematics make up for it, and the action scenes, explosions, shootouts. But the mechanics work so well. The stealth kind of mixes up. This one mixes up a lot of stealth and shoot. What's it called again? A run and gun moments and a running away and a chase sequences and all that and climbing. Like there's lots of climbing. Like I thought the climbing would really get exhausting, but it kind of makes up with it. They kind of make up. They kind of compensate for it with this one. There's this one rope, like this one zip line rope, where you can kind of climb this one rope instead of having to climb ledge by ledge, But yeah, aside from that, not much else. And then number 1, the game with the least amount of flaws. Again, it's based on my collection. Let's see, is SpiderMan Ps4. This is the perfect Peter Parker SpiderMan story. Like out of in my opinion, out of all of the adaptation of Spider-Man, you have Tobey Maguire, you have Andrew Garfield, but this is the best Spider-Man. Like, are we talking about a non-comic book medium adaptation? I know what I mean by non-comic book. I don't mean like not based on comic book. No, I mean a comic book, but it's not in comic book form. But like it's it's a perfect Peter Parker Spider-Man. Now I don't know why they changed if you play it on PS5 or the newer version of this one. This is the 2018 version. If you play it, you'll see that they changed his the facial actor for Peter Parker. They changed it. I don't know why, but anyways. But I can't think of anything. There's almost nothing negative to say about this game, other than the MJ stealth sequences. Or the Miles, but that's about it. I can't think of anything bad to say. There's everything. The upgrade system works well. There's no cause. They obviously have what's it called again? how we call it again? Like where you get like different skins. There's obviously different skins, but these skins, they're linked to challenges. You unlock them through challenges or through upgrade points, and they're not like it's not super grindy where you gotta kill a certain enemy 200 times to unlock this skin. It's not like the Avengers game, or it's not linked to any type of a microtransaction. They even give you a skin for free. They give you spoilers. They give you the Sam Raimi, Tobey Maguire skin for free. If you go back 2 years ago, there's an update that where you get a skin for free. But really well done, like very, very, very well done. Like a really well done game. I can't think of anything like really negative to say. The mechanics run so smoothly. Like you really feel like the swinging. You really feel like you're playing like SpiderMan. It reminds you a lot of Arkham City, in that you really feel like you're playing as Batman or Arkham Knight, where it really captures the Batman-ness of the game. If that makes sense, you know? Yeah. Spider-Man PS4. I'm only talking about the main game. I'm not talking about the DLCs, which I only played like one of the DLCs, which is kind of underwhelming. But I'm only talking about the main game without the DLCs. But yeah, that's it. You know, those are all again top. I split the video in two because if I did it in one video, it'd be too long. It'd be too long as a video. So I wanna give you guys a time to digest each video, you know. But that's it. Next one, I'm gonna be looking at my PS3 collection. PS3 one. We're gonna go like I'm only gonna do like top 20. For that, I'll do top 20 because I got more PS3 games. But anyways, that's it. Like, subscribe, share the video. You guys know. Thanks for watching.